Well, the answer is there's not usually a typical process. It depends on what kind of sex crime they are charged with and whether or not it is an immediate disclosure by the alleged victim or a late disclosure by the alleged victim. If it is an immediate disclosure by the alleged victim, typically the individual is arrested and possibly placed on an investigative hold. In Missouri, that's for 20 up to 24 hours. In Kansas, that's for up to 48 hours. And it gives the police time to investigate. And during that time, at some point, most likely, they will come in and try and interview the suspect. After that, depending on whether or not there needs to be any DNA testing or labs done of anything like that, they might go ahead and release the individual after that investigatory period is over and wait for labs to come back. If there is no such need for an additional investigation or how they feel is an additional investigation, they might actually go ahead and charge the individual while they're on their investigative hold. At that point, charges would be filed, a bond would be set, and they go on to the court process. If it's a late disclosure, could be the same process in the sense that they could still arrest the individual and put them on an investigative hold. Again, in Missouri, it's 24 hours. Kansas, it's 48 hours. Do the same process as if it was an immediate disclosure. However, most likely, or more likely, they would simply try and contact the individual, see if the individual wants to come and make a statement as they also gather their other evidence if there is any. If it was a child victim and the alleged victim is still a child, then they would be setting up a forensic interview. Those usually take a couple weeks to get in, depending on how busy they are. But it can be a process. Just simply because you are accused of a sex crime does not mean that charges will be immediate. It can take anywhere. We've seen literally a few years before the investigation is completed. There is not a typical process. It is based on the individual situation. However, it's usually either an investigative hold or simply them reaching out to see if you want to make a statement.